it's Jenny Dame and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to have a little Q&A because I'm celebrating 1,000 subscribers, so I thought I would do a little get to know me video and little post on Instagram if you have any questions that I will answer in this video, so I will do that as well. So let's just get started. Let's make this a really quick, easy video. I wrote everything down because I'm a grandma and I have to write things down, and also because I film on my phone. So yeah, here's my little notebook for little questions. First question is, what inspired you to start sewing? Growing up, it was my grandma. Both of my grandmas from both sides of the family sewed and made wedding dresses and clothing for their family, and I always grew up just hearing about what amazing seamstresses they were, so that's what sparked my curiosity with starting to sew. Actually, I don't know how my high school still had like a sewing class, but I took it and I got a C- because I was really bad at sewing and I was too ambitious. I had immediately wanted to make a dress, and so that's when I switched to art. But yeah, that was it just goes to show you to just never give up when you first don't succeed, to keep trying and trying again. Then I got interested again with sewing when I started pinup modeling, because I noticed that a lot of the pinup girls were always promoting different clothing brands and always had different outfits to post on their Instagram, and I didn't grow up with money. So if I wanted different outfits to wear, I kind of had to make it myself. So that's what started me sewing, making my own clothing, because I needed clothes for different photo shoots, and it just kind of moved on from there. What's my height? I'm 5'4". I'm kind of just mid-range, normal height. My biggest fear? Next question is, do I have a boyfriend? I thought that was funny. Yes, for 7 years now. It's kind of a cute story how we met. We were both doing background extra work for, like in TV shows, you always see people in the background. That's what we were hired to do for that day. It was for Jane the Virgin. We were supposed to be background for a scene that they were doing. It was supposed to be a 1970s theme. I saw him sitting and I just thought he was really cute, and I was texting my sister. I was like, wow, there's this really hot guy here. How do I say hi? She said, oh, you should just bump into him. And I thought, okay, well, I'm never gonna muster up the courage to talk to him. So we were lining up to go inside where the scene was, and I got behind him, and then I pretended to trip, and I like touched his shoulder like if I was gonna fall. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then it was just sparks from there, and then we've been together ever since. I think someone is cute and you want to talk to them, just pretend to fall in front of them, and it might be your true love. It's worth a try, or else you're never gonna know. So it worked the first and only time I tried that, and it's foolproof. What food can't you live without? I love matcha. I love it. It makes me so happy, and it's just like the tastiest drink in the world. I love it. Big matcha fan over here. Another food one was, what's your favorite meal to cook? I don't enjoy cooking, I just tolerate it. I make a good chicken, mashed potatoes, corn dish, just something really basic. Any major sewing tips for beginners? When I first started, I remember buying my sewing machine from Joann's, and it took me months to attempt to make something. So my major tip would be just to start with small projects, like making a pillowcase or a tote bag is really beginner friendly, and it just makes you feel comfortable using the machine, and also practice your stitching and making sure that you're following the lines so your seams are straight. So my major tip is to just get comfortable with your machine. Learn how to clean it and maintain it. It'll last you a long time. That first machine that I bought when I first started sewing is the one I use now. So good. My biggest fear, Oh god, I am terrified of spiders. I scream, I yell, I call for my boyfriend to come get them. It's really sweet. He doesn't kill them at all. He'll just trap them and then release them outside, which I love. I don't want to kill them. I just want them out of my area. There was once when we noticed a spider on our top of our car. He had me pull over so he could grab it and put it on a nearby tree because he was afraid that he wasn't going to make it on the freeway because we were about to go on the on-ramp. So I don't know, he's really sweet in that way. What type of music do you listen to? I'm kind of boring when it comes to music. I kind of just listen to the same stuff over and over again. Funny, when everyone was going through their emo phase, I was listening to like 70s rock and roll, like classic rock and roll. Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. My dad's favorite was Grand Funk Railroad. Love Motown. My very first concert that I went to was to see Smokey Robinson, and my dad took me and we had the best time singing along to all the amazing songs that he has. And I've always felt kind of out of touch with my generation because my parents had me later in life, so I would listen to stuff that they grew up on, which was 1970s music. I think if I didn't love the 1940s or 50s so much, I would lean more towards 1970s fashion because I really enjoy that decade of style. Mainly early 70s, mid 70s. What's your favorite color? Black. I love all colors, honestly. Just having a pink moment. Did you go to college for sewing? No, I am self-taught. I went to college for family resources. I was going to be a social worker, and I went to school in Hawaii and I lived there for 4 years and I miss it so much. Is there another craft that you would like to get into? Before the pandemic, I was learning how to do car interior. I started interning at a shop and then COVID hit. So I couldn't really go back to the shop for a while. That's when I started painting on my circle skirts, started my small business, and I probably would have never thought of creating my small business if it wasn't for the pandemic. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Last question is, what's your next big goal? Lots of plans for more sewing projects and lots of new skirt ideas. And honestly, just to keep creating. Okay, well, that's it for today. If I didn't answer a question, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to answer. Glad that we got to know each other a little bit more. If you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, I'm at Jenny Dame. And I did just start a Kofi. You could leave me a virtual tip. Could buy me a matcha. That would make my day. And then that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.